If you're living in poverty, it means there are certain things you are deprived of. There are certain vulnerabilities you are experiencing that others are not. And those vulnerabilities can be anything from not having money to buy the basic food, to have your nutrition level as it should be for a normal functioning of your body. It might be you don't have a job, and if you don't have a job, you have no money. And if you don't have money, how can you provide for yourself, and in many cases, for your family and children? Poverty is in many forms and many dimensions. So not any one solution is the answer. It has to be a multi-approach. And I know the government have many programs in place. And recently I was really pleased because the social protection framework was approved by the Parliament. And while I believe social protection is an essential tool to people living in poverty, we must look beyond social protection as the means to help people to lift out of poverty. And I'm pleased that Botswana has, as I say, approved the framework. But in addition, the UN family came together earlier this year and developed a social protection recovery plan about building back better. And it, together with the social framework, is a really good instrument to tackle poverty and reduce the rates we have here in Botswana. And as part of measuring, have we achieved it? Botswana already has generally two methods for measuring poverty, including the method using with income. Now, very recently, and we're very proud as UNDP to have supported the government, they have adopted a new measurement, a new way of measuring poverty called a multi-poverty index approach. I think this will facilitate the government to look much more in a better way of how we now can respond, because we'll have a greater understanding of what's the vulnerability. But let me conclude by saying tools and programs is not a way from taking from the seriousness of what poverty means for somebody out there. It's a human being who, because they don't have many assets, may not even be able to listen to this conversation today. It is about remembering them, and it's about remembering the choices that they wake up to every morning is not like you or I. They have very limited choices. Let us all, people here in Botswana and around the world, for this International Day of Poverty Eradication, really reflect on what it means to live in poverty.